Hey everybody, it's Kisby here with CardCollective.net. We're about to break 2018 Optic Baseball 6-box eBay break number 4. Rancho Cucamonga. What? Man, I don't. Yeah, they got a log in. To me, Machado going to the Dodgers was just more of a move so nobody else gets him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, move Machado to third? Then what are you gonna do with the redheaded guy? I can't remember his name because I'm tired and hungry. Yeah, third base question. Yeah, Machado is going to be a Yankee next year. No doubt about it. You watch. Play him at third. Heck, play him at first. Play him at DH. Sucks because we're going to get the color box on this half. Wow, this auto's not upside down. That's very strange. Beltre for the Texas team. Very nice. I think Harper to Yankees makes less sense than Machado to the Yankees. I mean, Yankees have tons of outfield prospects too. I mean, I guess I could see that, but Chance Cisco Fort. Otani, that's a regular Otani. No, that's a variation Otani too. Stanton, Carolina Blue to 50. You know, I don't know if he will stay in LA unless they win the World Series or something, and I think that romance might keep him there. But otherwise, I don't know. I think he'll probably outprice them. Yeah, the salary tax. They're paying the worst salary tax, and it's only get worse next year. If they're not under the tax, then it's going to get worse. The penalty. I bet you they will trade. What's that? The hurt second baseman. There's probably a few vets that'll get traded this year. I wouldn't doubt to see Puig get traded. They might just dump some salary. I don't really see the Red Sox a player for Machado. Maybe Harper, but not Machado. I think you'll. Well, there's no way. I don't think Machado will play second. It's just not. You don't see very many big boys like that. I'm surprised he doesn't hate the Yankee. I mean, being an Oriole his whole life. Crap. I forgot to take that off screen. It's going to confuse everyone. Ah, damn it. You'll be feeling a million. I'm going to have to, at the recap, say something. I think Machado will go somewhere to a team that has a lot of cap space, that's ready to contend, but hasn't been a contender, you know, or like the Phillies or the Braves, Diamondbacks. Even the Indians. And the Phillies have some cap space, if I'm not mistaken. They did last year, at the beginning of the year. I don't know if they filled it up with, that dude from the Indians. The Braves don't have anybody in third base, I don't think. Wait. What's Acuna play? Second? Ozzy? I get them mixed up. To me, Braves and Phillies and Indians make the most sense. But doesn't the Braves have a pretty big third base prospect, or was that my 10 and he's gone? Nice. Damn, weird box. Weird 2 boxes with the autos not flipped. Kyle Farmer. I think they must have messed up on some of the boxes because they have some of the auto. I mean, they'll have 2 autos flipped, and then they'll have 3 of the variations, like it was some sort of like hot box that didn't turn hot. I don't think Harper will stay in Washington. Honestly, I really don't. I think he might consider it, but I don't think it'll ever stick. I think somebody will offer him more money than Washington can. I think the Dodgers won't sign Manny. They're way too much over the luxury tax. There's no way. Unless they somehow free up, they get rid of Puig and not Kiemeyer, the other dude that plays second base, and they just have to clear way too much cap. Buster Posey. I don't think he goes to the Cubs, though, in my honest opinion. I don't think Harper goes to the Cubs. I think Harper will be Yankee or another team like the Braves or Phillies or that's on the edge of contending. Giants is a possibility for. I think the Giants could be players for Harper and Machado. On 25, Judge. Hosmer, San Diego. Well, just because a player says they want to play somewhere doesn't mean that happens. I mean, how many times? I mean, tons of times you hear a player say, "Oh, this is the team I want to play for." And it never happens. Money changes everything. Yeah, I agree, Mike. I agree. Dude, I don't bet, man. Betting is a silly thing. I'm not saying that they... I'm saying... I think they could have Machado easier than they'll have Harper. I don't think Harper will go to the Cubs. I mean, I don't know. That's tricky business right there. I think it will be like the Phillies or the Braves, or like those teams who have extra cap space, who do not currently have a superstar on their team. Ooh, that's who will land them. I don't buy into many breaks, and any breaks I buy into are always cards I get based with. I mean, I don't do it for the gamble. Anybody who buys into breaks to get rich is a fool. You buy into breaks because you collect cards. That's why you'll never see me buy into Flawless or Immaculate. I didn't buy into a Platts filler. I never buy into fillers. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. He gave me a free filler spot in something a while back, but a long while back. Dude, I don't even do fillers. I wouldn't buy into them. That's just silliness. You mean like... I bought into a... Well... Yes. I bought into a guaranteed filler, not a mini. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Mike. Definitely not a mini. I would never buy into mini. That's foolishness. I mean, I'm not saying you can't be skillful with your betting and gambling. In a mini, it's like, depending on the format, 50-50, half the people get in, half don't, so you just blow your money. I didn't say I didn't buy into breaks. I said I don't buy into minis or fillers. And, you know, I do buy into, oh, damn, this is a box. But again, I only buy into his breaks that I'm going to get something for sure. Like, if it, you never will see me buy into Flawless, National Treasures, any of the high-end stuff. That is pure gambling. And I collect. I'm not into the business to flip. You know, that's why to me, Optic and Diamond Kings are a much more fun product than a Bowman, because Bowman, it gets so expensive that it gets heavy on the wallet, whereas this stuff is fun. Yeah, yes, yeah. I do not, even with my breaks, guys, I try to make sure you guys get everything. You always walk away with something. That's just my philosophy, you know. I don't do 50-50s. I don't do top spot gets it. Like, you know, you see those in other rooms where they'll have like a $500 team for 100 spots. The top spot get it, and 99 people get a kick in the ass. I never, ever, ever will do that. It's just against everything I believe. No, as a breaker, I want to facilitate the hobby in which you can get into breaks that you normally wouldn't be able to because of financial restrictions. So I provide a service that allows you to get the team you collect. Now, if you have enough skill and knowledge of a product to know, hey, I don't collect the angels, but I know that I have a chance at making money, then, you know, that's up to you. I'm not selling the gamble. I'm facilitating the service of breaking the boxes for you so you can collect. That's my objective, is to facilitate, to make things cheaper. Hey, I collect the Mets. That's all I ever want. That's, you know, that's all I'm going to collect. So I'm going to just one of one, damn. See, that's why some breakers cater to the flippers, but I want to cater to the keepers, you know. I play for keeps. That's what I cater to. The people who play for keeps. I mean, I'm not a fool. I know that people play, you know, they got to make money to keep breaking. I understand that. So because of that, obviously, they're going to resell the products and stuff, you know. And I try to make sure I do everything I can to help the people, you know, by educating the customers on what sells. Man, you go into some breaks and they're just flipping through the cards like this. They're just literally going, you know, and they don't educate you on the parallels, the short prints, the stuff that you can actually make money on. They don't educate you on it. They just, to them, it's autos or nothing. Autos or nothing. I mean, here we got a $3 auto when there's probably a parallel in here that sells for 100. They just fly right by and they don't know the product. They don't know what sells and doesn't sell. So I try to educate the customers the best I can by educating them on the product and what sells. So that way they can nickel and dime their money back. You know, like the other day we were talking about, you know, you could sell a lot of Acuna's base to make back, you know, okay, well, you spent $25 to get the Braves in a break, and you can only probably sell a lot of those base for maybe 10 or 15 bucks, but at least it's getting back some of the money that you spent to continue your hobby. And that's you know, it's different. I try to market the breaks differently than other breakers who's just in it to flip. It's all about selling breaks, flipping breaks, flipping breaks. I try to make it more of a hobby related. See, I don't mind him yelling at the camera though. I mean, that's the entertainment. That's a whole other avenue of breaking there. I mean, I enjoy Platinum G's energy. I enjoy G's energy. I really do. But I mean, he could break Alan Ginter all night long and have that same kind of energy. That's the breaker. I mean, sometimes I get excited like that. Not quite. Dude, I'm amazed. How How the heck can he keep up? How does he keep that energy? I mean, I can't do it. Dude, I don't even know how I'm getting this much energy to give this little rant because I'm about to pass out. Yeah, hold on. I got distracted by a gold vinyl. I'm so hungry right now, man. It's nice to take a little break. I mean, dude, I just broke heavy kit stuff for three straight hours. It's physically draining. Nolan Ryan, I'll go back through and cap those up at the end. This hot box here. Perez. That's cool. That's cool. I get it. I mean, we don't break much football. We do. Hey, that's cool. Hashtag. But baseball is definitely our focus in here for sure. Oh, all right. Let's do it. All right, here we go. And people know where to go, you know, for football, basketball, and everyone has their own. Some people probably can't stand me because, yeah, make me a sandwich and drive it down here. What? Facebook stream? What? Wait, what did I? Oh. Oh, yeah. Then that's another thing, Tim, is some people don't know costs, some do. I don't know. On eBay. Oh! Oh, Facebook! You gotcha. There, you know, dude, there's a lot of Facebook groups popping up these days too, man. That just solely break on Facebook. Maybe sell a break on eBay and break it on Facebook. That's kind of smart. We do have a Facebook group. This is out of 50. I'll load it up. We have a Facebook group, but we don't really do a whole lot with it. Sometimes we'll post a break to it. We do a way more base heavy product than most breakers too. And we ship everything. And that's something that a lot of breakers don't do. I mean, a lot of breakers don't ship. Like, a lot of them won't ship the vet base at all, you know. To me, if I'm buying into a break, and that's why I want the vet base, because to me, I'm building a set, you know, that never gets built. Jesus. And then I just auction it off. If you notice, I got piles of base everywhere. You know, I'm like a baseball card hoarder. Royals don't have any autos. Are you crazy? I'm gonna go back through the backs here. So. Rainbow boxes suck. They have Bo Jackson and I think Mustakis. Yes, it's next. Oh, Witt Mayfield. Oh yeah, Gordon, not Mustakis. And Witt, yeah. Witt's pretty good. He might actually get traded. You know, that's a good possibility. You see Witt going to the. Hey, there's a George Brett out of 50. Oh, some prospect. All right, let's see. We got. There's a Selby to 149. Carolina Blue, baby. Yeah, out of 150. I thought oh no, I threw that bread away. What a dummy. I did. There's like 3 slices of bread. Well, like heels, you know, probably. What am I doing? I'll go through those at the end. What sucks, guys, there's another rainbow coming. The Eldonis or Adonis or whatever his name is. There we go. Boom. Well, the problem is for the last year I've been alone, so I don't, you know, any food that I get is just for myself. Well, I started to get my kids now after a year of trying to figure out what's going on, and with a divorce, and so I went grocery shopping on last Tuesday, a week ago Tuesday, not like a week and a half ago, and then I got my kids this week, and I went and took a nap. I woke up and I had everything eaten. Oh, Jayhawks, this is my home. Well, I guess it's not now. I guess I technically have an apartment. I'm only going to use the apartment for showering. Peanut butter crackers? Peanut butter? I don't know if I've... Oh, you mean those little dual layer things? Yeah, I could eat the cardboard. I'd never go hungry. If I die of ink poisoning, but... Yeah, those are good. Yeah. And in fact, I bought a thing of them. I bought a thing of them from Sam's because I get them for Bridget. I don't know, Mike. I honestly don't. I've only ever ordered Domino's, and I don't know what time they close. And it's more. It's not worth eating this late like that, you know. No, McDonald's doesn't deliver. I don't even know. I don't. Something that big and heavy is probably just too eat. We don't have Uber Eats in town. We just got Uber not very long ago. We just got the car Uber about a year ago. It's all meth heads and 80s people. Grubhub or Uber Eats, yeah. Yeah. This happens every night. See, a lot of problem is Bridget will bring me food, but it's like noon, and I'll eat it. Here's kind of how my life is right now. Walker Bueller Prism Auto, nice. I get off camera 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I will do a little cleanup work here, you know, get stuff set up for like YouTube videos if I gotta post them, and if I have a snack or something, I'll eat. I'll wind down by maybe watching 5-10 minutes of a show at my desk, and I'm like, then I get tired and I go sleep. I didn't tip the chick at all. If there was a tip on it, she wrote it in herself. Seriously. He needed to call his credit card. That's Pizza Hut for you. what was I gonna say? I don't remember now. Oh, then at like 2 a.m. I go lay down, and I'll lay there and I'll toss and turn. I just can't sleep. Then I fall asleep. It'll be like 4 or 5 in the morning. I wake back up, and I can't get back to bed. So usually I'll lay there and try to sleep, or I'll play on my phone until I get sleepy, or I'll get up, do some work, sort something, watch some more TV while I sort. Until Bridget gets here. 11, 10, 11, 12, 1. I'll wait, and then she'll bring me some food. The Bronx and New York. And, I'll eat some, chicken fried rice, or, today she brought me a Big Mac meal because I love Big Macs, and I love McDonald's fries. And, but I try not to order. I'm trying to eat healthier, so I don't get McDonald's very often. But man, I love McDonald's fries. And that's the only thing I like at McDonald's is the fries and Big Macs. Usually, I'll have her get me, I like the chicken fried rice. Yeah, we ate an Auto Gordon last night, yeah. Oh, he thought you're joking? Yeah, probably. I would assume most people are joking. For anybody. We do have a few Royals fans in here, though. We used to have another guy from Lawrence. We had a guy from, Matt that lives here. He buys PC. Yeah, you don't see many Alex Gordon autos, do you? That's a true point. We had somebody in Kansas City for a while that collected Royals. And we had Greg Powell was a Royals fan. But he wasn't real, I don't know, fire of them. Like he didn't, I don't know. Gordon's a bust? I don't know about that. I mean, he's not been a superstar, but I don't know if he's been a bust. I mean, I think he still had some pretty productive seasons. I mean, what's his lifetime WAR? That'll give you an idea. If he's anywhere above 20 or 30, that's a average player. I haven't seen Greg, man, in any room, for that matter. No idea. I think he took something wrong I said one night. Like, he came in on the back end of the conversation. And I think he meant I was telling him. I was just using him as an example. You know, I was saying, you know, that dude stole the cards. I was talking about how people like him knows where I break. Like Greg Powell. And then he thought I meant I was talking about him stealing the cards. I was like, no. I knew who took them. You know, I know who has them, not Craig, but I think he just took it. And then somebody, Squirrel, was trying to instigate problems and made it worse. Yeah, this is a half case break. Out of 99, Clint Frazier. 34 is a pretty decent lifetime war. Yeah. Trout, 99. And a 75, Stevenson for the Nationals. Oh, we caught the thief. The police just couldn't do anything about it. Because, you know, by the time they got around investigating it, he probably already had everything ripped and sold. And you can't, I mean, it's impossible to prove it without, it's impossible. Even if you had proof, I mean, it was impossible. We couldn't do anything. And they weren't, and the cops were not very helpful. I mean, they didn't even want to take it. Yeah. See, we had an eBay customer like Greg who was from Joplin. So instead of paying shipping, he wanted to come pick up those cards. Well, actually, he never even messaged us about it. I don't know how he found. I don't remember how he found us. But one day I get a knock at the door, and he's like, "Hey, I'm so-and-so from eBay. I just want to come by and pick up my cards and, you know, introduce myself to you." And so he did. And I, you know, brought him in, showed him around what we had, you know. And we got to talking for a few hours, you know, and he seemed, you know, he's a nice professional person, you know. He wasn't like some scumbag or dirtbag or whatever, you know. And his wife's a teacher, I think, a teacher at a school, or, you know, professional. He worked, you know, where he worked, a lot of is a rough, you know, a decent place. A lot of good people work there. He didn't, you know, he's clean, and he just had one problem that I didn't know about. He was addicted to cards. Yeah, I mean, he was he was an addict, and I had no way of knowing that. Well, you know, Bridget was here, and we all get talking, and he's like, "Hey, I can come by and help you. All you have to do is pay me, and I build sets, and you have a lot of base. I'll help you." I was like, "Okay." So he'd come by on Tuesdays when Bridget was shipping, and he would sort this kind of base, not customers' cards, but just the loose crap that I got back there. And he would put them in, like, you know, years and product, like Gypsy Queen 15, Gypsy Queen 16, Gypsy Queen 17, etc. You know, and he got everything organized. It's great. It's still half-ass organized from his organization, and he did this for, I mean, it took weeks. You know, 3-4 weeks. And I took inventory every week. You know, and everything was there. Everything was fine. And I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks in, and I noticed. I'm trying to remember how I noticed it. What, me and Peyton did inventory. Like, it was a Sunday night when we did inventory, and I had 2 cases, or a master case of triple threads, and like 4 or 5 cases of Bowman Chrome. As I was walking, I woke up one night. The day was Tuesday, No, me and Peyton did inventory on Monday. No. It was after, well, right before Thanksgiving. Sometime in October. And I woke up. So Peyton and I did the inventory and had our work meeting, and figured out what we had. Well, then Tuesday, he came in and did his help, right? And then Wednesday, I went live to break, and I went to go get the case, and it was gone. So what happened was, Tuesday, when he was in sorting his stuff with Bridget would go to the bathroom, and he grabbed the 2 cases, ran out the door, and went down the hallway and put it into an empty room. Because like almost 90% of the rooms in this office building are empty. Nobody rents them. And by the time she got done, he was back in the room. And we did inventory on Monday night, so Wednesday's when I needed him. And that's when I was like, I texted, I knew it was him immediately, because the only people in the building besides, is either him or Bridget. That's it. What even sucks worse is the boxes were like 10 feet from where I was sleeping. Well, she takes a lot of diarrhea breaks. She's always has poop breaks. So, yeah. And it didn't take very long. I mean, it literally just took him a couple minutes to run it in and out. Well, that wasn't all of his attempt, though. He, even after I told him, don't come back, police are being called. Later, like a week later, he waited for Bridget to go smoke a cigarette, and Bridget didn't lock the door behind her. And he was sitting at the end of the hallway waiting for her to go down to smoke because he knew she smoked. And he came in, got a garbage bag, and filled his garbage bag up with cards and boxes and stuff, loose boxes. And as she was coming back up, she saw him exit and went after him, and he held the bag behind his back and walked down the stairs backwards and ran out the door. And she came and got me, and I called the police. And by the time they got here, he was long gone. He did have some of the crap for sale on the... And oh damn, he did have some of it for sale on his eBay. But then again, cops can't. I bought this from a store. There's no way of proving they were my cards. There's no way of marking the cards. What's some BS? That's what they sell. But he just had an addiction. Here's what the crappy part is. He'd bring his young kids up here with him. He didn't say, I swear, man, I wouldn't do something like that. Why would I ruin such a good thing I got going with you? Why would I ruin that? Why would I ruin that? It's not me. I'm like, who else is it? It's not Bridget. She don't know one thing about cards. Trust me, she don't know anything about cards. Michael K! That's awesome. I told him just, well, I mean, when he stole the second round, he was already banned. I mean, he just got in here. So, well, and I messaged his wife on Facebook. Bridget found him on Facebook. And I messaged her. I says, hey, you realize you have your husband has committed a felony, and he's going to be going to jail for a felon. He's going to become a felon. he stole over $1,000 worth of product. He's going to be a felon. And she's like, don't contact me again. When I saw he was watching you break, I thought you were a big creep. And I was like, what does me looking like a creep have anything to do with your husband being a felon? I says, do you really want your children around that? She's like, don't bring my kids into this. I'm like, he brought your kids into this by bringing them up here and using them as decoy bait while he's stealing from me. I says, you're the one that needs to check yourself. And that was all I ever said to her. I think they moved. I don't even think they're in here. But see, his brother lives nearby too in Oklahoma City. And I think that's how they discovered us. He was buying into our brakes. And then they tried to charge back on all their eBay purchases. And they got all their cards, obviously. And they left like 100 negative feedback. And it dropped us to like really low. Oh, there's cameras now, Jander. There's cameras now. The landlord got a ton of cameras put in because there was other problems too. I don't remember. Oh, he was never in the room. He watched on YouTube. I don't know why I just top-loaded that Morgan. I have no idea. I thought we had cameras already. There's a camera right by this door. I thought it was a live camera, and it's a dummy. I would have taken the last spot, guys, had it not sold. I just gotta get through this stuff, and this is the one I meant to put in the top loader. No, it's not necessarily bad. It's just people are just idiots and greedy, you know. I mean, where he lived was a nice neighborhood. You know, he lived in a big ass nice house. I mean, like I said, they weren't some scummy drug addicts, you know. They were legitimate, you know, like the meth. Dude, there's so many meth heads and stuff in this one part of town. It's a rough part of town. It's, you know, almost every house is a meth addict, right? And he was in the nice part of town by the hospital. It's a nice neighborhood, big, nice. All the houses are big and nice. Like I said, he was just addicted to the cards. Oh, I'm looking at the backs for the numbers. This neighborhood, there's not a lot of, there's just a couple of apartment buildings behind here. They're kind of run down. I wouldn't call them bad necessarily. Guys, this is a recap. If you see teams on the screen, realize that is not this break. That was a previous break. I forgot to take it down. So don't be alarmed. We'll still get a million emails. They probably don't listen to that anyways. And see, at first, there's nothing missing for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I think temptation just got the better of them. All right, here we go. Guys, again, recap. If you've seen a spreadsheet on the screen, it is not reflective of this break. If you win an eBay break, you get the cards you paid for. And Jay, I'm about to do a recap. You'll see right here, buddy. Some of those I didn't mean to top load, but Kopech Auto, Otani, to $2.99. 23. Weaver, Jimenez, Otani. A lot of Otanis. Trout to 99. Stevenson to 75. Frazier to 99. Peters, Bueller, Brett to 50. Yeah, I would move somewhere and partner with folks if my kids were there, but I can't. Until 50 or 25, I'm sorry. Hosmer. Whoa! I didn't know that was 1 out of 5 Hosmer. I was looking down here for the number. Wow. Who had the Padres? Yeah, we have a lot of Optic. It's the only thing I got most of. And Beltray. Yeah. I mean, I would move back to Michigan if it was, you know. I'd move closer to the border by Peyton so she could come down and help break. You know, yeah, I could throw, you know, somebody as ugly as me on camera with Lethal, or I could put Peyton on. And dude, I would totally move. Yes, it did fill. Yep. This is eBay number 4. Okay.